All right. It is July 26th, Sunday. Sun is beaming like crazy hot. But wanted to make a video yesterday because I haven't recorded in a minute. But I low-key just got lazy. So here I am today making it. And I really wanted to talk about this Instagram post I saw on somebody's story. And it said, if good people can be treated so badly that they become bad, and bad people can be treated so goodly that they become good, what separates good and bad? And I really just think it just boils down to, who the person is and in their core. I feel like if you really want to change for the better or the worse, you will change. And I feel like if you also want to just improve yourself for the better, no matter the situation, you'll do it. It's gonna be harder than, you know, I'll say this. In a hard bound situation, you're at rock bottom, there's nowhere else you can go. It is significantly harder to, change or improve yourself for the better. And, when everything's going good, I can see the retrospect of, being able to change so easily when you have it your way. But I'll say this too, it's not easy, not having main character syndrome. I've definitely been a victim of it, and sometimes in my life I've been like, why me? Or why is this happening to me? What did I do to deserve this? Like, I don't think I'm a bad person. And I just think that's really an unhealthy perspective because when you really look at it, everybody has their own life. Everybody's got their own problems, family, friends, job, whatever it is. And I I feel like true human growth, is understanding that, sometimes you're in the dumps. Sometimes life is just, kicking you down while you're already at the ground. But, it'll get better if you make it better. You kind of just have to you have to take life how it is. We don't all get the same deck of cards, and, you know, just gotta play your hand right. And it's gonna be harder for some people than it is others. Not everybody starts at the same point, but I think if you really desire change as a person, I think if you understand that, there's somebody who's been in your shoes or somebody who's, in a worse off position, I think you will improve, for the better, good situation or bad. And I think it's the most beautiful thing whenever you see someone who's been in like a toxic household, maybe it was abuse, cheating, lying. I don't know if I can say this other word, so I won't say it, but I think you know what I'm saying, and they decide that they grow and they're going to strive away from it, and they decide that they don't want to continue that cycle of hurt and they're going to heal. But yeah, man, I just thought I'd come up here and yap for a little bit and, just post something real quick just to get it out. But that's really, that's my response. I think what separates good from bad is just, who the person is. Because, I think there's people who are like, we'll say bad to society standards and good to society standards or the standards of this world. I think, good things happen to bad people and bad things happen to good people. I think bad people make good decisions and good people make bad decisions sometimes. So I just think it really just boils down to the person and if they want to change, you know. They could be, you could be at rock bottom, but if you truly desire change and you're considered in this world an evil or bitter person, I think you'll change, not for, not to be liked by others, but just to improve the quality of life for yourself. But yeah, man, I'm gonna go inside. It is easy bake oven out here. I'm literally just getting cooked. I don't even know how hot it is. It's probably in the 80s or 90s, but I thought I would just record something real quick so I can just I don't know, push push some content. Hopefully people see it. If not, it's just one of those days. Uh, yeah, man. Yeah, take it easy.